Okay, I think we are live. First transmission from Kleros TV.
Live. Hello, everyone. This is Kleros Radio. Okay. No, welcome to the Kleros community call. This is Wednesday, 20th of August, and we are experimenting with a StreamYard to do the community call in different platforms at the same time. And we have no idea if anyone can listen to us, so we are experimenting. I mean, move fast and break things, right? Okay. All good, Jim. Can you hear me at least?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, I have no idea if there's someone out there, but we can get started. This is also let me make an introduction to the community course because this is now being streamed to other platforms that people maybe are not aware. So every Wednesday at 6 p.m. UTC, since the really early days of the project, we have been doing a call where we explain what's going on with the project. It's typically half an hour call. We started doing this, I think, on Zoom or on Telegram. Then we switched to Discord. Then we switched to Twitter. Now we kind of were doing this in Twitter, but now, well, we are trying to innovate, and we have lots of followers who actually don't use Twitter very much. So with StreamYard, in theory, people should be able to hear us from LinkedIn and Instagram, Facebook, live TV, and more, I guess. So the format is that we typically give a short update of what's going on with Kleros, and then the end we take some questions, if any, or otherwise, we just close it. And it's usually like a half an hour thing. Okay. So welcome everyone. If you are here now and you are being part of the history of Kleros because it's an important change of platform. Okay, well, let's get started. Let me tell you a bit about things that are going on at Kleros now. We are making very lots of progress with the Kleros V2. About 1 year ago, we launched a version of Kleros, a beta version of the Kleros 2.0, which is our most important project at the moment. It's a new version of the core that is based on all of the research we have done over time, over the years about game theory. It has lots of improvements that will enable one person, one vote, will enable choosing jurors based on skills, will enable cheaper core because it's built on an L2, it's built on Arbitrum. There's lots of improvements that will be very good for having a more flexible core that is able to address a wider variety of use cases, and this will, of course, bring us a more users for Kleros and more partners. So the beta version has been live for like almost a year, I think now. Went through many iterations, went through many improvements in aesthetics, in usability, and lots of little tweaks to make it better. And now we are kind of at the last stages of the beta version, and we are starting to get everything ready for doing the smart contract audits before the official launch. So we are like almost ready to begin with our audits. At Kleros, we typically start by we have quite a large team of smart contract developers. So we typically do first some internal rounds of smart contracts auditing, and then we do bounty programs, and also we will hire an external auditor. So this is exciting because it is one of the main, most important things that, a big milestone in the history of Kleros. The launch of 2.0 has taken like a long time because it's a very complex thing because, what Kleros does is super complex in the sense that it involves, software development, it involves game theory, it involves law. So sometimes um, Kleros could be valid legally in some country, but in order for this to happen, you need, because of the legislation, requires people to know who was drawn as juror for a case. This was not possible in the early days of Kleros because there was no ID system of on blockchain. Now with the proof of humanity and other identity systems, this could be possible. So for this to work and to be binding, requires aligning a number of things. Not to mention that people need also to see this as valid. Not so, but lots of different things need to be on the right alignment for this to work. So Big Two will bring many of these pieces into to play, and this is why we are so excited, and we think this could greatly increase the adoption of the Kurd. So a big piece of update is that we are almost ready to start the audit of the contracts. So this is one thing. Then another piece of news is that well, we are currently getting ready for a big conference that's going to take place in November in Buenos Aires. The DevConnect conference is one of the most important Ethereum conferences. So you have like one is the DevCon that last year was in Thailand. Now DevConnect is also organized by the Ethereum Foundation, and it's going to take place in Buenos Aires. As you know, Kleros is project. I would call it a Franco-Argentinian project because of how it was born. I'm Argentinian. And for me, it's really exciting to have Kleros, to have a host. I mean, not Kleros, but to have the connect take place in Argentina. You really want all of the team to come because they will see what crypto adoption looks like in the real life, the real world, and also this aligns very well with a number of initiatives coming from the Ethereum Foundation that is about bringing blockchain tools into real world use cases. I mean, real world use cases that mom and dad can understand because they solve real problems. And before the Connect, we are going to be also doing a workshop in the pop-up city that's going to take place in San Martín de los Andes, one of the most interesting places in the world, I mean, beautiful places in the world. And we were invited by the Ethereum Foundation, but there's going to be like a bunch of developers there. We will present a workshop on how we are working with the enterprise segments, how we, in particular, did the integration with Lemon, this integration where Lemon uses Kleros to resolve disputes with their customers. So we are going to explain how the idea was born, how it was developed, what were the challenges when you want to merge a decentralized protocol with a traditional company, which needs to comply with a number of conditions from the real world. So it's going to be like super interesting, and hopefully our experience is going to be helpful for other protocols to start to work in their own path towards real world relevance and and adoption. A fun fact about Federico, about San Martín de los Andes in particular, the day when Satoshi Nakamoto was launching the Bitcoin network, I think it was exactly on January 4, 2009, I was starting a biking trip. I was in San Martín de los Andes, I was in this town, and I was starting a biking trip from that place to Bariloche, which is a beautiful city also in Patagonia. I don't know, something. So I was there. So fun fact, that's when Bitcoin started. I was in that place, and this is also known as the crypto valley of Argentina. Okay, Jean, are you there? Is there anyone there, or I'm just speaking to like box? Yeah, yeah, you're there. Okay, you're mute.
Once. Yeah, and another thing about San Martin de los Andes, if I'm not mistaken, that's where Lemon started, right? And this is probably one of the use cases that we have right now that are more famous in Argentina. So it will be pretty nice to showcase the Kleros enterprise integration to like app builders from the Ethereum ecosystem in San Martin de los Andes. So
there is some cosmic importance about San Martin de los Andes in the world of crypto for some reason. I don't know. I was there the day that Bitcoin network launches. Lemon is from there. Now they're going there. I know something. There's something in the air, as they say, or in the water. Who knows? Okay. Let me I don't know who is there also to are you there, William? Or you are the host of the radio show, Gene. Let us know what to do now.
Yeah, I'll give the word to William, but just one more comment. We are also participating on the Governance Day by Seed Latam. So that will be, I think, probably the weekend just before the start of the Connect. So recommend everyone that's interested in governance to come a bit early to Argentina, because this will actually be a 2-day event. There will be one day open to the public and another day only for basically academics and practitioners. So it will be very high quality. And interestingly, one of the co-organizers is Jamilia. So if
really?
you yes, so of
what event exactly? Of the governance?
Of the governance day, yeah. I think with MetaGov, she's helping organize. So there will be lots of people from our sphere.
I mean, we should. Not everyone knows that Jamilia. She did her research with us at Kleros doing her PhD, and she needs to defend her dissertation, but she's now. She's working at another place, but she's part of the community, so it's going to be great to see her very soon, man. And she's married to an Argentinian, by the way, so she's a bit like a local as well.
Yeah. We will consider her an Argentinian very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so maybe William, can you try your
William?
mic?
You need to start drinking mate, so you Argentinize a bit also.
Maybe next time. Yeah. So, like, just in terms of the research we've been doing, as Federico mentioned, we have like the V2, which is currently in beta and is soon to undergo audits. And one of the strengths of V2 is that it's very modular. So there's like a core contract that has like very basic logic to interact with different modules. But then we can add new dispute logics, new ways to draw jurors, new incentive and penalties. All the research I've been doing, we have some ideas of like what the right incentive system is, what the right juror selection mechanism is, but there are improvements one can make potentially with further research, so I'm continuing to do that research. We've been thinking a lot recently about how Kleros and crowdsourced decentralized justice interacts with AI. I've been writing an article, sort of a book chapter with Federico, where about our learnings with AI over the years, and we're planning to do some experiments on like how AI jurors results compare to human jurors on historical cases. So keep an eye out for that when it's eventually published. So lots of interesting research topics that we're continuing to work on.
Yeah, I was mentioning that this book chapter we are writing is for Walter's Kluwer compilation, which is a great outlet to publish about legal issues. And since 2019, we started having our first thesis about how the world of AI will interact with the centralized justice systems. Then we will have a division of labor between but we think will be like a more objective and simpler cases will be resolved by automated tools. Then for more complex situations and cases, humans with a system like Kleros, and then for even more complex cases, more traditional mechanisms with lawyers and everything that already exists. This is how we have always thought about this. Then the thing is that, okay, what if you want to use AI as a juror or as a judge? Well, it gets more complex because you start having discussions about, okay, you want to use AI, but you use one AI or you use a panel of AIs. And, we have discovered that it depends on what model you use, then you could have different decisions. I mean, so same case, 3 different models like Gemini, ChatGPT, and Claude, and they might reach different decisions. So if you have a dispute with someone and you need to decide what AI to use, well, I mean, I will want to use the AI that is going to be biased in my favor, and you will want the one that you think will be biased in your favor. So this puts us into like a situation a bit similar to what happens in international arbitration, where parties want to name the arbitrators that they think are more likely to be in their favor. So we are doing lots of research about this because we think that part of the process of Kleros is going to be done by AI jurors. We are trying to figure out exactly what is the sequence in which this will happen. I mean, I don't want to explain all the chapter here, but because you would not read it otherwise. But we are doing lots of research about this with William, and so that's really cool. And they have lots of things to say based on our experience of research and practice over, 6 years already since the first time we wrote about AI and Kleros. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Fortunato.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Fortunato, and I'm also trying this new format today of the Kleros community calls. I am mainly focused on curation in Kleros, and in the last week, the main highlight related to curation is that we finished testing a new version of this product, which we will launch soon. This new version is called Stay Curate, and it's an alternative of the Curate what we currently have live. And as Federico said, since it's a new format, I'll quickly give an overview of Curate. Curate is, in simple words, a verification tool. You have a policy that defines what the item should be, what the requirements of the item to be verified, and you have a list which contains all the verified items. It's very simple. It's like getting a stamp that your item is verified, and also the process is quite simple. If someone wants to get verified, they submit a request with a deposit, and the item goes through a verification period where anyone can check and verify it. If the item is valid and compliant, they get the deposit back and they get the stamp of verification. Or if the item is not compliant, someone flags a problem and the case goes to Kleros court. And if it's ruled in favor of the user who found the problem, they will get a reward and the original submitter will lose a deposit. We have it already live for several applications. Probably the most known one for Kleros is with smart contracts, where we verify that smart contracts belongs to a certain project. They have a specific name. They are redirected in the correct website. And we have quite a big let's say registry amount of data that we currently share with many partners like MetaMask, Etherscan, BlockScout, and so on. So as I was saying, this system is useful because it's like putting a verification stamp of an item. But in years, we realized that there are also other use cases where verification is needed, but the type of verification that is needed is more a continuous vigilance rather than a one-time stamp or a recurrent verification. So for this reason, we launched Stay Curate, which is a version of Curate where during the verification, there isn't a proper verification phase, just the submitter pledges to respect the rule for a undefined amount of time. Probably the easiest example in this case is with gaming. Let's say I want to participate in a gaming community of a specific video game, I don't know, Counter-Strike, and I can only participate if I'm certified that I'm not a cheater, right? So to participate on this community, I have to place a deposit, will be locked, and till the deposit is locked, I pledge that I'm not a cheater. But while I play, everyone can check my actions, and if they suspect that I am using some, strange software that I'm not complying by the rule, they can flag me, and if they are right, I will lose my deposit. So this is a way to allow a continuous verification. And we launched this new version. Actually, we finished testing this week, and the launch will be soon with them, which is a project we are cooperating with, and they will use this version of Curate. They will use Stay Curate to verify compliance of vaults. So in simple terms, if a vault admin will pledge to handle funds in a certain way, investing only in certain protocols, and if they don't respect what they pledged, they will lose the initial deposit. So this system guarantees that the item on the list are daily verified and daily compliant. And in the case of finance or gaming, it is extremely important because let's say bad behavior can happen suddenly and can be hurtful. So we just finished testing, and we will officially launch this new version of Curate in the upcoming weeks. Other than this, we will again in the next month keep renewing the incentives for the Scout registries, where we verify contract metadata, and soon we will release an article with all the information and the criteria to participate to the monthly rewards. So these are the main highlights from the previous week from Curation.
Cool. Thank you, Fortunato. Other thing that worth mentioning, last week I was in Peru. I was invited to a conference about law, legal innovation, yearly conference done at the Universidad del Pacífico, which is the most important university in Peru. We have lots of followers there. I've been there for a bunch of times to promote Kleros in the early days. I had not gone back there after COVID, but we have lots of followers, and it was in a panel. It was a full day event and a very nice auditorium. You will see the recording when they put it on. But I shared a very good panel with interesting people. One of them is the CEO of Grupo F, which is a very important company from Peru. They have like online marketplaces. They have a lot of points of sale, like furniture. It's like a department store, like kind of business, and they have lots of these tools. And we discussed in this panel decentralized justice. It was about decentralized justice, and other participants in the panel were the legal director for Mercado Libre from Peru, and the legal director of Falabella, also from Peru. Well, Falabella is a very important department store also. It's in Argentina, but it's from Chile, and well, it's very important in, I think, more in the Andean countries of South America. And well, Mercado Libre is a huge marketplace from all of Latin America, I mean, with millions of users, and yeah. So great way to keep promoting our work, especially in the enterprise segments. And yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, something will come out from there. That was what took me, I mean, busy last week mostly, and well, also I another thing. Well, then a number of meetings with different stakeholders, there from government, and well, things that I cannot really for now comment on. And then another thing I've been doing this week is doing a review of papers and different articles about Kleros, or book chapters from different sources. I typically do, well, this once in a while, a review of all this, so I get to see what people are writing about Kleros and what is the interest of researchers. And you should, if you have some time, you should take a look at Google, Scholar, and put Kleros, and you will see how many papers have been coming out lately in the most, diverse topics, ranging from like esports to, Kleros, very deep cryptography stuff that I will need William to explain to me because I don't understand them, but I know some people are seeing Kleros as a useful tool for that. And well, then e-commerce, well, there's lots of different things, and it's kind of exponentially growing because it's kind of compounding, because someone publishes a paper about Kleros and then people publish another thing citing that paper, and then others cite this citation. So it's becoming a big thing. So yeah, if you have some time to use Google Books on Google Scholar, do take a look, because it's quite impressive. I was quite impressed on how much growth there was especially in the last 2025. So it's great.
I have a comment about that.
Yeah.
That this is also helping us with some leads, because people ask Google about decentralized arbitration on blockchain, and it's like probably one of the main results and experiences with that. We are always cited by ChatGPT, Claude, and etc. And not only that's our experience, but people are saying that to us, that they see that Kleros has been very active, and it's like very present on these tools. So I don't know if we had any confirmed inbound from ChatGPT yet, but I'm sure that will happen.
When we were starting, I mean, I said, look, we need to do a book about Kleros, and we published that book in 2019, and people were like, "Oh, Federico, why do you want a book about Kleros? It's such a waste of time, Yeah, I mean, it's not the traditional, marketing that people do in Web3, but over time, all of that content we published in a book on the blog post and the rest. Ended up going into training those models, and now all of these models, know about Kleros, and they know about Kleros in a very intimate way. You can ask whatever you want about Kleros. Can you use Kleros to solve XYZ thing? Just don't trust me. Get verify with your preferred tool, and you will see that it's very, very precise, the type of things it knows about Kleros. And as the models, get smarter, I mean, it's exponentially better. And I'm sure we will start receiving, requests and inbound things. So we might have already got that, but we don't know because they didn't tell us. But one thing when we do the business development, I'm speaking with someone, we're just brainstorming what is the use case, and I tell them, look, do this with ChatGPT and come back next week. I mean, and we can discuss the final details of implementation. We don't need to discuss the use case because the use case, your ChatGPT can tell you the use case. So it's extremely useful for us, and I think it's something that it's very hard for competitors to replicate because there is so much time, so much content put into there that if you want to do what we are doing now, they're going to tell you, yeah, you are doing what Kleros does, right? So you're going to also always have Kleros, next to your name. It's like, so you're going to do soft drinks. You're Pepsi now. Let's call it like that. So yeah, that went. It took us like 7 years to do this, and it's not like, yeah. So that's a really really cool thing that happened through the AI. Yeah, Jin, what else do we have for today?
Yeah, since we're talking about marketing, AI marketing, like we have Dudu here, or Eduardo.
Hello everyone. So, yeah, I was just hearing Federico and I was like, what he's talking about the blogs and getting content out there over multiple years is a very important thing, because value-driven marketing and posting content, even if it's only value and it might not look useful from a getting attention standpoint, which is basically marketing, over the years and over time, you guys compound and get a snowball effect. So even if you post something a lot of years ago, like Federico was talking with AI agents, you get the compounding and you get all that search history that you have to build trust and to have people see you and wait, these guys are everywhere. You see them here, you see them there. They have content here, they have content so old. And it's instant trust, instant report, and it's great for inbound leads like you're talking.
Yeah, especially when you are, I mean, we are not selling like potato chips. We are selling, a service that is like, you need to trust it, people to use Kleros. I mean, they will put a lot of trust into the decisions of the jurors. It's something it takes, years to build. I mean, so it's a reputation. It takes a lot of time. Trust is not easy to create. So yeah, I mean, it's a long game, But
yeah,
so we're
from my point of view, you're selling trust. Yeah. You're building trust and selling your image, and then people come from you because they already trust you.
Yeah, exactly. Great. Okay, I hope people are listening to this, because this is an experiment. So all good. We're live and it's working on the platform. Jim, can we confirm that?
Yes.
Or are we speaking to like a black box now?
No, we're getting a lot of it.
So what else can you tell about you, Dudu, so people can know you?
Yeah, I didn't even introduce myself. Sorry, Federico was talking about AI and I got mixed up.
Dudu sounds like the name like of a Brazilian football player, by the way. Dudu.
Yeah,
right?
People compare me to that all the time. and the thing is, my name is Eduardo. So for everyone watching, my name is Eduardo. But in Portugal, that shortens to Dudu. So like, even if you're from a young age, you're called that just by default. So that actually is my go-to name for online stuff. That's why I'm Dudu mostly everywhere. So my name is Eduardo. Like I said, I'm the new marketing intern for Kleros right now. I'll be focusing my internship around building eyeballs and attention at Kleros, and then getting that attention to convert into adoption and to get more people using the services, using the products, seeing how they can fit into their daily lives, and going from there. My background is a bit of digital marketing paired with online client acquisition through mostly paid traffic. And that's mostly it. That's my introduction.
Welcome to Kleros.
Thank you so much, and it's you arrived at a very good time, because we will need lots of help with V2, since we need now to scale to these Kleros enterprise clients, and also to get more jurors Right now,
Yeah.
maybe the jurors have we have enough jurors, but if we continue increasing cases, then we'll need more jurors.
We'll need more people per se. And I mean, the incentives are aligned already, so we really just, I think the attention is the most important part here. But there's a lot of good stuff to be done as well, and a lot will be happening during the release of V2, so it's looking very good. I mean, I just joined and you guys started doing live streams and evolve. I bring good luck, like Federico said.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely bring good luck. Let's see if that translates into price tag. And I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, usage, and adoption. So yeah, I have a piece of news. I mean, I'm dying to say, but I cannot say because I have not received the confirmation of how I need to say this. But it's I'm dying to say it. I don't know if Marcos is around because I cannot see who is there.
Yes, it's Marcos. I don't know, Marcos, if you can try your mic.
Yeah, don't say anything for now because we need to know exactly the right way to say this, but it's a big thing.
Hey guys, how are you? So can you
Welcome to
hear me?
Kleros Radio. Yes.
Okay, so good afternoon or I don't know, good morning wherever you are. I'm Marcos. I work as a business development analyst in Kleros. Good introduction for all of you. I will try to synthesize what I'm doing in Kleros. That is, I'm working with Kleros Enterprise. Kleros Enterprise, what we are trying to do is like to sell our services to new companies as insurance companies. We are working with MedLife for the moment, for example. With exchanges, I'm working with. Kleros is providing services to Lemon, for example, and to banks or other kind of industries in the real world. We are working with some government entities. We're working with Mendoza and now with Junín too. So yes, we have been growing a lot during last year or last 2 years, I would say. Yes, well, I think Federico was talking about a good news we have to announce. Maybe it's better if we'll announce it maybe next week.
Yeah, let's not get into trouble for now.
Yeah. It's related to government entities, and so we will get more into in the future. But yes, from the BD side, now specifically talking about Kleros Enterprise, this week we have been receiving some new cases. As I mentioned, all the integrations that I mentioned are still sending us cases. For example, Junín this week sent us 3 cases, which were resolved by our jurors, and the jury of Junín was very happy with the justifications. So yes. Besides that, Federico mentioned too that we are preparing we're preparing for Dev Connect. So yes, we are going to flying to San Martin before Dev Connect for this. How do you mention it? How do you say? What's the name?
It's a workshop, right?
Yeah, for
the
this.
pop-up city is the city, but there's a workshop we will do there.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be doing a workshop for potential new jurors. This workshop was done too in Mendoza, for example, and the audience was very happy with us. So yes, the idea is to show them how jurors work and what they can do to be a juror in Kleros in the future. But yes, still a lot of things to work in the future that we will be telling here.
Cool. Thank you, Marco. Well, I don't know if we have anything else. Jean, maybe community updates from you.
I think maybe the most important thing is that we have a new proposal about the juror incentive program. I think there are some adjustments. It was a proposal. It was put live, I think, 1 hour ago. I didn't check it yet. But one interesting part of it is that it also has a prediction markets on the Future KeyFi platform. So you can also trade on what do you think will be the impact in the price of PNK if the proposal gets approved or if it gets rejected. And for this proposal to be approved, the impact must be the expected impact must be positive. Apart from the normal vote, where if you have 50% more than 50% of votes that it gets approved, you need also the markets to basically vote that it will be positive for the price. So this is the first proposal on the DAO where this mechanism is needed. This was voted, I think, 2 months ago. So this requirement was added 2 months ago. But this is the first proposal where we try this out on a proposal. So this is very important, maybe probably one of the most important votes that we have in the DAO. So please, everyone, go to the forum, read the proposal, and make your comments. If you want, you can trade also on the impact. And let's leave a good mark here. And another interesting thing about this proposal, about this mechanism, is that for the previous proposal that we had in the DAO, we also created future key markets. It was not required, but we created just to use it for informational purposes. And in the markets indicated that the proposal would have a negative price impact. And I don't know exactly if that was the case, but the proposal was rejected. So it's possible that the markets might have influenced the voters, but or maybe not. But it's something that people can take into consideration. Some people on their justifications for rejecting the proposal, they put that the markets were a factor. So let's see how this proposal proceeds. I think it's very important that because there's lots of people talking about prediction markets and especially what useful things that you can do with prediction markets, because they are getting also a bad reputation with basically some people considering just gambling. There are some incidents about people throwing objects in the basketball courts in the US, and
that's not the type of incentives we want to create. We are like blockchain for good, kind of industry.
Yes, I don't think that's what Robin Hanson had in mind when he started writing about this. Sorry. So it's good that we have like a positive use case for prediction markets, and it's also something that is bringing cases to Kleros already, because one of the courts that have more cases right now is the Curation Court on Gnosis chain, and one of the sources of the cases is verification of markets on Seer. Some of you might know some prediction markets do not, like most prediction markets actually, do not allow people to create their own markets. But this also expose the traders to some issues, because to create good prediction markets, you need very good questions, well-formatted questions with some standards. And Seer has this process where prediction market creators can submit like a bond to get a verification that the question is good, and people can challenge that. And we are receiving some cases of these challenges. And of course, we already had some interesting cases where the results of the prediction markets were challenged, and that we had. Probably the most famous one was the 2020 US elections, where Trump was where Trump was contesting the results of the election, and there was some discussion. So people created a dispute, and Kleros resolved that Biden won the election. There's also some bots on Twitter for some reason that repeats that, but well, it's another topic.
Kleros proves insanity by deciding that.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, one with prediction markets rising, it's natural that we will see disputes rising. We saw like a big one last year about the Romanian elections that came from SEER. And we also had some controversy about a dispute about Zelensky's suit that other markets resolved that he was not wearing a suit, and other people were saying that he was clearly wearing a suit, or that the media said that he was wearing a suit. So we replicated that on Kleros. According to the Kleros jurors, he was wearing a suit. So yeah, this is something better than telling me if someone wear a suit or not, will wear a suit or not. It's what will be the impact of this proposal, and also something unique to Kleros is that since we have jurors that are reviewing these evidences and the appeal mechanisms that we have, we are more capable of solving more subjective questions than other oracles. So that's like there are on-chain evidence. People submit very good evidence for all types of cases. So that's something that probably we will be able to showcase on these future key markets.
Cool. Well, so many things going on, you know. I guess that's it for today. Already 50 minutes. So yeah, well, tell us later if you like the format. I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, hopefully also this will bring our weekly call into people who are not typically using Twitter. So this is going to be also streamed to YouTube. It's going to be streamed to LinkedIn. I mean, don't underestimate LinkedIn. You know, when you are working in the legal industry, you know, some of the activity happens on LinkedIn. So you know, you have to cater to all the different audiences. So well, thank you very much for coming. Next week at 6 p.m. UTC, we will have the next call. Now that we have this new round with the camera, like more like a Kleros Republic Radio. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe I be doing some little dance for TikTok, or Clement, who is actually a great dancer. He took actually dancing lessons. So yeah, who knows? We will see what we can prepare for you for next week. Thank you very much for coming, and yeah, see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.